I'm ready. I'm ready for people to see it. I'm ready for the conversations that people are going to have about the show. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm so excited to talk with you guys. I just want to kind of jump off and say, how are you feeling? I know that it's been a minute since you guys wrapped the show. And how does it feel now that it's finally out and audiences are gonna be able to see it?
I'm ready to for everybody to see what we spent 6 months of our life on, recording and performing. And I'm ready to see what I'm saying, what my haters think too. We're here, we made it. It's been a long time coming. She's doing her thing. I'm happy.
I'm sure your haters have been sick of you for a long time because she's been up for quite a while.
About 2 years.
Yeah. They're probably tired. They've come to terms with your success.
But one thing about rap ish when it drops, I mean, it's gonna keep going. Shout out to Issa Rae and Sarita Singleton for a great write and a great opportunity. So
yeah. I'm just ready. I'm ready for people to see it. I'm ready for the conversations that people are going to have about the show. We deliberately left a lot of things open to interpretation and gave room for these characters to grow and be wrong. And so I'm excited for people to be like, I don't agree with that. Excuse me, that ish. And other people to agree with it. And then whatever comes from that comes from that.
Right. I got to catch the first episode of ABFF last month, which of course some of you guys are there. The room was
you were there?
Awesome. Yes, it was awesome. I just was really struck with so many moments in that first episode, in particular, one scene that takes place in the car. And for both of you and for you, Aida, too, how does it feel because I know, you work on writing these characters and the moment, but I feel like the chemistry you guys have together, how you guys come together in that moment, was super powerful. So how did it feel once you were working together to find that balance between your two characters? Because I feel like that is kind of the heartbeat of the show.
Well, I think it was cool, number one, because you never think about the atmosphere of what's actually going on in front of you when you watch something on TV. It was hot as hell in that Camry. No air going.
And we filmed that 4 times.
It had just rained in Miami. It was smoggy, and we were still able to overcome all of our emotions, just being annoyed with the weather and execute. And I mean,
I have a lot of videos of us crying in that car.
Yeah, I love her. It was a roach in there on my side. It was crying.
we was in the mud.
Yeah, we really went through it, creating the show. But it's a real dynamic moment, a real moment that really a lot of friends probably go through, being 100 with each other. You can have fun and turn up and be in the club and twerking and making videos all day, but when it comes to being real with your friend and telling your friend how you really feel, that's that real
that's hard.
So
you have to be really vulnerable too. And it's been they haven't talked in years, and she's had a kid since. Her kid is a lot older. Shauna doesn't know anything about her daughter anymore or about Mia's life. So and it's embarrassing for Shauna to admit the things that she says in the car. So for them to have that moment where they start rapping together and they create this song on the fly, it's catharsis for them.
It's a real
beautiful.
moment.
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment.
Right. And listen, I definitely couldn't tell that there was a lot of crying or that it was too hot. It definitely felt like you guys were comfortable.
Yeah, good makeup team.
Yeah.
Good makeup
yes. And then for my last question, kind of to what you were speaking to, Aida, I feel like it's also just awesome to see the story. A lot of times we see either let's say super early 20s or also just a coming of age type of thing, even younger. But it's nice to see, sometimes when you're a bit more established, still trying to get out there, things don't turn out the way you want it, but you're still kind of going after your dreams. Were there entry points for both of you guys with the characters that you were able to connect to in terms of what the story is saying, just about, going after something that you want?
Yeah. I think it's cool that you even point that out, because I think 22 to 20, I'm saying this as literally someone who just turned 25, but that time in your life is so much more crucial than even when I was 18, or who knows what 30 gonna look like. It could be a mess. I'm sure it will be. But this time you're asking yourself hard questions and figuring out who you are and what you believe in and developing a value system. And you just have to start from scratch, it feels like. So it's hard because at the same time, you're trying to make a professional career. You're trying to put art into the world, but you're also learning yourself and becoming an adult. So yeah, I relate to Shauna a lot. And then also being in the writer's room, every time they would ask us to tell personal stories, I would just tell stories about my life. I was the only 23-year-old in the writers' room at the time. So they would go to Shauna and then I would have to relive those moments on camera, which was fun for me. But yeah.
I think one of the moments that helped me connect to the character and one of the coolest the scripts that attracted me was the interaction with Mia and her baby daddy, because I dealt with a lot of Lamonts, you know what I'm saying? I dealt with a lot of these. Oh, I gotta watch what I say, my short stories.
You can say dusty.
But dusty, yeah,
Dusty.
these dusty boys, you
Dusty
know,
little mans.
broomstick, sweep it up. Yeah, so it was like, okay, I can get there because I know how to handle this. I've gone through this before, and the dynamic in the conversation on FaceTime, like, man, you got me out here, like really out here doing this by myself, you know what I'm saying? So that's a real moment. There's a lot of, you know, young ladies who are baby mothers and also chasing, you know, dream chasers out here, and they need some help. You know, they need some help. And I think this show is really going to connect that and, you know, let young women that still have children, like have young children, know that, girl, you can still chase your dreams and still be great, you know? Yeah. So.
And if you decide you're done messing with men, we have a beautiful character named Chastity, who is a gorgeous stud. So if you want to walk that path in life too, that's an option for you.
She gonna have all the groupies.
Everybody's gonna be on her. Everybody about to be on Jonica Blue Booth.
Yes, well, we can't wait at the Griot. Again, congratulations. Enjoy this rollout. Again, I know it was a while since you finished, but definitely enjoy this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.